Hi, my name is Megan Parker, and I'm a Missouri woman, and I'm here to speak out against these anti-choice bills, anti-women's health bills, specifically the 72-hour wait period that would cause harm to women's health all across Missouri and cause undue burden for women who are seeking safe and legal abortion care. To continue on the story where we left off, but Jill June, President and CEO of the Des Moines-based Planned Parenthood of the Heartland, said the law damaged both Danielle Deaver and her baby. She said Deaver was forced to risk her own health and endure mental anguish while the fetus also had to suffer. Dr. Leroy Carhart, who runs the Abortion and Contraceptive Clinic of Bellevue, said he had predicted there would be cases such as the Deavers under the new law. He said he has had to refer other women out of state for later term abortions. Danielle Deaver said the law is too unyielding. The outcome of my pregnancy, that choice was made by God, she said. How to handle the end of my pregnancy, the choice should have been mine. And it wasn't because of law. My decision to terminate. Across the country, legislators are stepping up attacks on the right to safe, legal abortion. If one of the new abortion laws in Arkansas had been passed last year, my abortion would have been prohibited. While politicians in Little Rock may act like they know what is best for me and my family, I know from personal experience that they do not. It was the day of my 20-week ultrasound, and my husband and I were so happy and excited to find out our baby's sex. We had already chosen possible names, and we went shopping at the baby store right before the appointment. We sat down in front of the ultrasound and immediately found out it was a little girl. The thought of my husband and I holding our future daughter's hand made me so happy I cried. It wasn't until we were finished with the ultrasound and sitting in the waiting room for the doctor that I saw my husband's hand, my husband's expression of concern. We had opted for every screening test available and were assured by each one that our baby was healthy. So it never occurred to me that our pregnancy would not be normal. However, the first words the doctor were said, I'm very concerned. As a surgical nurse, I know those words are reserved for when something is very wrong. I felt terrified, lost, and was in complete shock. We were sent to a high-risk fetal specialist the next day, and a more detailed ultrasound confirmed the worst. Our baby had fatal occipital and encephalocele. Not sure about that word, actually. Meaning most of her brain was on the outside of her skull. However, it got worse. The fluid in the brain they have also called holoprosencephaly, where the brain did not divide or develop properly. In addition to serious defects in her heart, kidneys, and limbs. The screening test we found so reassuring earlier in the pregnancy had in fact been a false negative. I've never cried so hard. When the specialist was finished explaining the specific complications, we asked about the prognosis. Her answer was, I've never seen symptoms this severe. There is no chance this baby will survive to term. The genetic counselor discussed every option available to us in depth. One option was to continue the pregnancy until our baby died in her own time. After many serious talks with the doctor and delivery nurses in our family, we knew that continuing the pregnancy was not an option we could emotionally bear. Furthermore, it was not the moral thing to do for our child. We did not take this decision lightly. It was not until after the delivery that we could allow ourselves to fully grieve for our loss.
May I inquire, my fellow Missourian? Do you
I yield the mic.
Thank you. And where did you end?